Hi friends, I'm back once again with the making of the Indian Constitution. So in the last session I have just gave you the introduction what we are going to have in this topic and for whom it is useful to. Okay, now in this session, in the present session, I'm going to start from the basics and till the end. Right. So in this session, we will discuss about how we got the constitution, how we got the proposal for the constituent assembly, who proposed it, how it was accepted, how it was implemented, and so on. Everything will be discussed in this particular session. So let's move on. Before that, let me introduce myself, guys. I am Dr. Sashi Prabha, who is presenting you this particular topic. Now, moving on. So the first point here is, who is the first person who desired to have a separate constitution in India? So who first proposed that we should have the separate constitution in India? Who first proposed this? Means it is Mahatma Gandhiji. Mahatma Gandhiji proposed that we should have a constitution. Right? Just a minute. Yeah. We should have constitution. Mahatma Gandhi proposed the same in 1922. What he said is, he desired to have a separate constitution for Indians so that Indians should rule by themselves. Okay, so Mahatma Gandhiji put forward this demand that India's political destiny should be determined by Indians themselves. Means they have to rule by themselves. Okay, then so officially the first attempt to get the constitution, Mahatma Gandhi just expressed his desire, but he did not put forward it officially. But always for the examination point of view, we have to go for the official views only. Right. So officially the first attempt to get the constitution was raised by Motilal Nehru ji. Motilal Nehru ji in 1927, May 17th, he officially put forward that we should have the constitution. That's the first attempt by the Indians. Okay, the first attempt by the Indians were done by the Motilal Nehru ji officially in 1927. Don't get confused, guys. The desire is different from official attempt. So Gandhiji officially did not announce it. Gandhiji desired that India should have its own constitution. But officially in a meeting, Motilal Nehru ji in 1927, he attempted to get the constitution. Right. So in which session Motilal Nehru ji announced this? Means in Mumbai session, Motilal Nehru ji he expressed that we should have a separate constitution. Right. So then what happened is, in the Mumbai session itself, on May 17, 1927, when Motilal Nehru ji expressed that we should have a constitution, he moved a resolution in Congress Working Committee to get a constitution for India. So then after 1 year, the step was moved forward. That was on May 19, 1928, in all party conference, a committee was appointed. Clear? I'll express you in stepwise manner. First thing, Gandhiji desired to have the constitution. Then in 1927, Motilal Nehru ji in Mumbai session expressed that we should have the constitution officially. Then after 1 year, in 1928, a committee was appointed. Okay, and here in 1927, Motilal Nehru ji expressed in the Mumbai session or Bombay session. And in 1928, a committee was appointed in the All India Party Conference. So please make these points noted. These are important. Okay, and the chairman for this committee was Motilal Nehruji itself. Right. So what this committee will do, this committee will determine and decide on what will be the principle of the constitution. Okay, how the constitution should be, what will be the principle of this constitution, everything will means how our constitution should be, that will be decided by this committee. So please remember these dates, guys, these are important, and at what place which decision was taken. Like in 1927 in Mumbai session, first time Motilal Nehru ji, he expressed that he put forward a point that we should have the constitution. He moved a resolution. Okay, and in which conference the committee was appointed to decide the principle of the constitution, means in 1928 all party conference. Now what was the report of the committee? The committee report, the report was submitted by the committee in August 10th, on August 10th, 1928. Means within the same year, within 2 to 3 months of the appointment of the committee submitted the report. And the report is called as Nehru report. Clear? The report is called as Nehru report because the chairman of this committee was Nehruji. So it was called as Nehru report. This was the first attempt by the Indians to frame a full-fledged constitution for India. Clear? So in this Nehru report, what we were having means how our constitution should be. What are the principles of our constitution? That was mentioned in the Nehru report. This is the story behind the Nehru report. So what are the questions that you may get from this particular session? Means not from the particular session, from this topic. Means who gave the Nehru report? You can get this question. So you will get confused between the Jawaharlal Nehru and Motilal Nehru. But just remember, Nehru report is not submitted by Jawaharlal Nehru. It is submitted by the Motilal Nehru. Okay. So don't get confused in the options. Just check for the Motilal Nehru. If Motilal Nehru is there, that is the right answer. It is not Jawaharlal Nehru ji. And when was the Nehru report submitted? Nehru report was submitted on August 10th, 1928. Okay, so the Nehru report consists of what? It consists of full-fledged constitution principles. Right. So when was the committee appointed? The committee appointed in all-party conference. Who is the chairman of this committee? Motilal Nehru. So such type of bits will be asked in this particular topic. Now let's move on quickly. So for the first time it was expressed, for the first time the idea of the Constituent Assembly for Indians were put forward by the M.N. Rao ji. Right? Let me explain you. Officially, the concept of the idea of Constituent Assembly. I am talking about the Constituent Assembly, and this was put forward by the M.N. Rao ji, that was in 1934. Most of the students get confused here. The proposal for the constitution was officially put forward by Nehru ji, Motilal Nehru ji. What about? About the constitution. Okay, but about the Constituent Assembly, the proposal was put forward by M.N. Rao ji. So make a difference between the constitution and the Constituent Assembly. Okay, the Constituent Assembly will contain a group of people who will frame the constitution. So we should have the constitution. Who said this? Motilal Nehru ji said this officially. Okay, who said that we should have a Constituent Assembly? It was M.N. Rao ji. So please guys make a difference of this. And Gandhi ji proposal is for the constitution. Motilal Nehru or the Nehru report is for the principles of the constitution. M.N. Raoji is talking regarding the constituent assembly. So please make these differences, don't get confused. Okay, right, moving on. M.N. Raoji, second point here, M.N. Raoji proposal for the constituent assembly was put forward by the Indian National Congress in 1935. So in 1934 he said that we should have a constituent assembly, and officially it was put forward in 1935 by the Indian National Congress. Clear? Now moving on. So the demand for the Constituent Assembly was the first time accepted by the British government in the year 1940. So see guys, here M.N. Raoji officially announced that we should have the Constituent Assembly, and that proposal was put forward. That was in 1935. But this demand was accepted in 1940 for the first time by the British through an August offer. Okay, just see, it took 5 years to accept the demand. So in 1940 they have accepted. Now what is this August offer? What we will have in this August offer, that we will see in a separate session. Just for now, remember that the proposal of Constituent Assembly was accepted in 1940 through August offer. Okay, so you may get this question. So when was the proposal of the Constituent Assembly was accepted by the British government? That was in the year 1940. Through which offer it was accepted? Through August offer it was accepted. Right. So finally the British government accepted this in 1940. So in 1940, the coalition government in England, so I'm just giving the story behind this, how they accepted. The coalition government in England recognized that the principles, the Indian should have a new constitution with a new principles for themselves. They accepted that Indians should have a separate constitution. So, and further framing of this constitution, they should have a constituent assembly. And one more point here, they also extended that if Indians seek any help from us, means any help from the Britishers, they are ready to give the help. They are ready to extend the help. This was the point given by the Britishers. Right. So what we have discussed in this particular session, we have, I'm just revising, we have discussed about the Nehru report. We have discussed how we got the Nehru report, what are the years, in which session. We have discussed about the Constituent Assembly, who proposed the Constituent Assembly, who accepted how it was accepted, in which year, through which offer, that all that points we have discussed. So finally the Constituent Assembly was concept of Constituent Assembly was accepted in 1940. So in the next session we will see what is the story continuation for this, means how the constitution was framed, is there any obstacles for this, everything that we will see in the next session. So stay tuned till then. Immediately next day I'll provide you the next session. So I'm trying to provide you more sessions. I'm trying to complete the syllabus within a short period. Let's see what happens. Okay. Thank you guys. Stay tuned till then. Please subscribe the channel and click the bell icon so that you will get the further notifications about my classes. And please put the compliment or the comment in the comment box. So if you are giving a compliment, it will help me to, it will boost my energy and will help me to do more number of videos. And if you are having any comments, please put them also so that it will help me to improve myself. Alright. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye bye.